Studying on a holiday? No fun.
Trick or
Trick or
treat!
treat!
Do you kids even know what day it is?
Trick or treat!
I got a bag of marshmallows. That's all.
Check it out. I got a bag of candies.
I got a science book?
Something is not right here.
My spidey senses are definitely tingling.
What on earth is any of this good for?
I believe all these foods can be ingested by most Earth life forms, broken down into glucose, which would be absorbed by the cells and converted by the mitochondria into ATP.
YouTube, here we go.
In order to best understand how mitochondria have earned the nickname Mighty Mitochondria, we need to first perform the following 3 tasks. Number 1, identify the basic parts of an animal cell, focusing on the organelles. Number 2, discover the unique traits of mitochondria, its origins and structure. Number 3, investigate how mitochondria, the powerhouses of animal cells, create energy in the form of ATP.
We got this!
So first to the organelles.
To the tubes!
Here is a picture of an animal cell. Think of it like a city. Surrounding the cell is a cell membrane. This is the cell city's fence. The cell membrane is a thin layer of protein and fat that is semi-permeable, allowing some substances to pass into the cell and keeping others out. Filling the city is the cytoplasm, a jelly-like substance that all the organelles swim around in. The cell membrane and the cytoplasm contain all the organelles of the animal cell. Here is the nucleus. The nucleus is like the mayor's office because it runs the cell city, directing all cell activity. It is able to do this because the nucleus contains the DNA of the cell. Here is the endoplasmic reticulum, both the smooth and the rough. Think of these as the city's factory, creating proteins for the cell to use. The Golgi body is the post office of the cell. It sorts and packages proteins and gets them ready to be sent out to be used in different areas of the cell. Here is a lysosome. That's the cell's recycling center. Inside are enzymes, which break down waste. And these here are the mitochondria. Think of them as the city's powerhouses or power plants, where energy is made.
So the plastic bag is like the cell membrane. It's a fence or gatekeeper, keeping things in or out. This whipped cream is like the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm contains the cell's organelles.
These marshmallows are like the cell's nucleus. It controls the cell's DNA, and it bends it to its will.
These molten milk balls are like lysosomes, little recycling centers.
Bam! And these candies are like the mitochondria, producing power for the cell.
Can you match these organelles with their function in the cell? Pause and try.
Done with task 1. High five! On to task 2.
Congratulations with completing task 1. Here's task 2. Find out why mitochondria are unique organelles. Here are your clues. They possess their own DNA and they have their own unique structure.
Mitochondria have their own DNA? Why is that?
Perhaps I can elucidate.
Here is a eukaryote cell. It is a eukaryote cell because it has a nucleus with DNA. There are other organelles in this cell, like the endoplasmic reticulum and the Golgi complex, but no mitochondria. Billions of years ago, mitochondria were free-living prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are organisms without a nucleus. Basically, billions of years ago, a eukaryote merged with a prokaryote mitochondria, with the eukaryote swallowing up the mitochondria whole. Because of this, the mitochondria kept their own DNA, their own blueprints of how to function. And mitochondria became little powerhouses for the larger eukaryote cell, the mighty mitochondria.
So mitochondria have their own DNA, separate from that of the rest of the cell, because of their unique origins.
Billions of years ago, a eukaryote cell with no mitochondria swallowed up whole a mitochondria. Like if this bun, a eukaryote cell, swallowed up this candy, a mitochondrion, a little creature with its own DNA. The mitochondria inside producing so much energy, this cell could do almost anything.
Like Pac-Man swallowing an energy pill.
So what about their structure?
I can add to this.
Mitochondria have two membranes, the outer membrane and the inner membrane. The inner is called the cristae. The cristae is folded, which gives it a lot of extra surface area for the mitochondria to manufacture energy. The space inside the inner membrane is called the matrix. That is where the raw materials are for making energy for the cell, stored in the form of a molecule called ATP.
Take this bowl. This represents the outer membrane. This towel represents the inner cristae. See how much surface area there is on this towel? I mean the inner cristae?
With all that surface area, there's plenty of room for the mitochondria to make energy.
And the matrix?
Did someone say the matrix?
The matrix holds proteins and enzymes used for making energy.
Can you draw a mitochondrion and label its parts? Pause and try.
Task 2 complete!
Yeah!
Done already? Excellent. Now you're ready to put it all together and look at ATP.
Mitochondria create ATP. But what is this ATP?
To the tubes!
ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. It is a molecule that mitochondria assemble. The energy in ATP is released when the chemical bonds are broken, and this generated energy is used to drive cell activity.
Nuclear plants split atoms to create energy. But the mitochondria powerhouses use a chemical called ATP to create energy. So each of our human animal cells has their own little powerhouse to it.
Kittens have mitochondria.
Puppies have mitochondria.
Humans have mitochondria!
Turtles have mitochondria!
Some cells have just one mitochondrion, while other cells have thousands of mitochondria inside them.
Why do some cells use so much energy?
I got this. Our muscle cells need a lot of energy. Mitochondria produce lots of ATP so we can move our bodies around. Without mitochondria, I couldn't do this.
Without mitochondria, I couldn't do this.
Without mitochondria, I can do had the strangest dream, but it was so real. You were there, and you were Superman, and you were Shredder, and I was a Ninja Turtle. And you were all helping me learn about mitochondria. I learned the names of major organelles in the animal cell, including the nucleus, the endoplasmic reticulum, the Golgi body, lysosomes, and mitochondria. I learned that mitochondria have their own DNA and have a unique structure, with the inner cristae being the place where ATP, or energy for our cells, is produced. Dad, you were Science Spock.
That seems highly improbable.
And Mom, you were on YouTube.
Are you feeling all right, dear?
And I learned about the Matrix.
Did someone say the Matrix?
We got this!